Hey everyone, this is Alex with Grow How. I was on social media today and there was a gentleman that had bought 15 fruit trees. I don't know if they had arrived yet or were going to arrive shortly. And he was very concerned about pruning them sufficient that he could dwarf the size. This was really hard for me to see because I'm an expert. I've pruned for years. I've studied it for years. I've gone to school and learned stuff there as well. And the reality is 15 trees is a lot to install, take care of, and to deal with the first year. And then not knowing enough about pruning is almost fatal. Now, this is not to say that this is going to put everyone in the ground on this, but if you do not know the basics of pruning and have some confidence in pruning, those 15 trees a year or even multiple times a year, since he wants them really small, is going to be something that's difficult and that will stress him out every time he goes out to prune. Me personally, I enjoy pruning. It's relaxing, it's fulfilling, it's a challenge both creatively and intellectually to get a tree that looks good and is healthy. But to somebody that's new, they're not going to get that satisfaction. They're much more likely to get overwhelmed. So, as much as I encourage people to grow orchards and food forests, I do recommend doing it step by step. For a normal space tree that's going to have pruning once a year, I don't recommend more than 3 a year if you don't have any experience. If you have experience, then you should be able to know what you can handle. And if you go less than that, that's fine because it gives you trees to practice on. You'll make a few mistakes. They probably won't be fatal, but that allows you the time to gain the confidence you need, and then you can add trees along the way as you go. It's like anything else in life. You do not give calculus to most kindergartners, although I'm sure there are kindergartners that can handle it. You learn progressively your basic math, your addition, subtraction, then you do multiplication and division, and then you start working into some of the odd things like square root. I don't remember how to do that, but I did learn how to do it at one point, and to do things like your basic algebra and then move your way up. You don't do calculus in kindergarten. Why are you getting a bunch of trees when you haven't gotten the basics to support those? So I do encourage you, please, as you're buying trees, as you're planning things out, plan to do things incrementally. I'm going to do a small amount this year, and then next year I may do a small amount if I feel comfortable with the skills I've gained. If you do not have those skills, you need to jump into high gear and get those skills even before you get a couple of trees. This year I was going to do a pruning workshop at my place, but I found out we're having a water main replaced along the entire road. I do not know if I'm going to do any workshops on my property this year because I don't know if it's going to be accessible on the day that I'm going to have it. So I'm rethinking that, but if you can get somebody out or go to a workshop and get some hands-on training, that's even a better way. Books are great, videos are great. I've learned a lot of stuff from those, but I've studied this stuff really all my life. I stole my parents' gardening books when I was a kid, and I've done it for years. Be prepared, be proactive, get the experience, and start small. If you don't start small and you have a lousy experience, there's not much I can do to help you. So if you keep it small, you'll be a lot happier. If you look up in this corner, I've got a box here to click on to subscribe. It'd be very helpful for me if you subscribe and like the content. YouTube doesn't know I exist unless you guys subscribe and hit the like button. I'd appreciate your help on that. And over in this corner, I have another video that I hope you'll enjoy. Catch y'all later. Manana.